We're back with another video, and today we'll be discussing this build I made the other day, and yeah, how it's been working out for me. So I'm on new game +6 right now, and these shits do pack a punch. So I guess let's go right into the build. So first off, you're gonna want the StarSacrouge Great Swords. This also works with the ones from the DLC from the final boss, but if you haven't beat those yet, I haven't. But if you guys haven't beat it yet, use the StarSacrouge Great Sword, max it out, and yeah, you get these by defeating Radon. You also have to have defeated main game Radon for some of the armor and the swords of this build. So these swords scale mainly off of strength. They have D's in Dex and Intelligence, and the weapon art is like a gravitational like pull in and then a big ass like ground pound attack. So yeah, it's really good for like crowd control if you're like getting jumped by hella people. But it's also good for fucking one enemy, like a boss. It's still good in boss rooms, but it based mainly off of crowd control. So yeah, let's get into the armor. Or I also use a finger seal +25 maxed out. For the buffs, we have Golden Vow, Flame Grant Me Strength, and Howl of Shaburi. Uh, Golden Vow just for the standard uh, boost, 10% boost of attack power and damage negation. More attack power buff and more attack power buff. So yeah, those are the buffs for the build. And the armor we're using today is the Winged Serpent Helmet you get from the DLC. Freya's armor, you also get that from the DLC. And Radon's Gauntlets and Greaves. These do not give any buffs whatsoever. It just looks really cool. So the armor is for pure action, like just for pure fucking looks. Like it's just for the drip. And as you guys can see on the far right, the stats of it are actually really good. The magic, fire, lightning, and holy negation is pretty bad, but this is kind of a tankier build than it is a magical defense build because of the dual colossal sword moveset is pretty like slow because like that's a light attack. The jump attacks is probably the best thing here because you can perform like two of them like pretty consistently, like this, and then jump up again and do it again and again. You know what I'm saying? And heavy attacks is just one, and then it's just another like spin around, hit him again. And the weapon art is actually really good. I think the most damage I gotten out of it was around 4,500 every weapon art, which is pretty good for a new game +6 account. All right, anyway, let's get into the talismans. So first, we're gonna start off with the Dragon Crest Great Shield. I mean, it's just a wonderful talisman overall, so I just thought I'd throw it in the build. Second talisman, we got the two-headed turtle talisman. It is acquired in the DLC, so you guys will need the DLC for most parts of this build. And yeah, this is just for that stamina recovery because we are running a pretty big sword build. The dual swords, the dual swords moveset is really slow and takes up a lot of stamina. So we will need all the stamina regeneration we can get in this build. So anyway, we also got the classic shard of Alexander. Everyone loves this talisman. It's really fucking good. It boosts the attack power of skills, so that the big ground pound attack is gonna do probably around 5,500 with the shard of Alexander equipped. You could also use other attack power raising talismans. Like you guys could use the Lord of Blood's Exaltation, put some sort of thing with Seppuku in your other hand, and then activate it before a boss fight. You guys could do that. You guys could do if you guys do have it, the Magic Scorpion Charm, because the StarSacrouge Great Swords do also inflict magic damage. That's why in the physic today we will be having the magic shrouding, the shrouding magic tier, and also the strength knot tier. Magic Shroud and Cracked Tear is what I meant to say. So this is the physic right here, the Strength Knot Cracked Tear and the Magic Shroud and Cracked Tear. These are for pretty standard like ideas. The idea is pretty fucking easy. Like Strength Knot because it has a B in strength, and Magic because it does magic damage. That's the physic. And the last talisman I like to run is the Erdtree's Favor +2. This is acquired in the main game after you've defeated Malekith. You have to come over here to the Forbidden Lands, run back from the bridge, go down. There are gonna be some the big tree worm thingies. I forgot. It's gonna be like on a branch. You guys can watch a guide about it, because I will not be discussing any locations in this video. Yeah, but that's the build. I also paired up with the Mimic Tier, obviously, because I love the Mimic Tier. The chemistry is absolutely insane. Nah, but for real, if you and your Mimic Tier do some sort of jump attack and like weapon art chemistry, this build could do upwards of 20,000 damage all in like one sort of attack combo. But yeah, this armor does not apply any buffs. It is for pure fashion. And I put this build together all by myself. So if you guys do have any questions about it or any improvements that I could make, please drop it in the comments down below, because I've just been experimenting with all these sorts of weapons that I don't really use. So yeah, that's the StarSacrouge Warrior Great build, or the Great StarSacrouge Warrior build I put together. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about this build, please drop it in the comments down below. Yeah.